not the result you wanted today, but what are some positives you can take from the tournament?
Well, it's the first time we've ever made a Roland-Garros final, so that's a big positive. First time we made it past the quarterfinals, in fact. So something to definitely be proud of. I think on Monday we didn't get defaulted today, so we'll be world number ones, which is an amazing achievement. It seemed like Granollers and Zeballos had something to say about that today. They played pretty well, but no, I think it was a disappointing match, and in doubles, you know, if you're a little bit off your game, then you can get exposed, particularly on clay. It was incredibly slow out there, and they're obviously right at home on the clay courts. They deserved it. They played amazingly, and we were just a little bit off the ball, which can happen. It's disappointing, but we'll be playing again in a week, and you know, trying to do our best again. So disappointing result today, but I think we can leave with our heads held high.
Hello, well played. Getting to a Grand Slam final on clay means you've discovered how to play on clay. Technically, what you need to do on clay that you do sort of maybe automatically on faster surfaces?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. We spoke a lot before the tournament about, you know, what was important on clay. Are the rallies longer? You know, do we need to serve differently? Actually, statistically, doubles is the vast majority of points are still decided within the first 4 shots. So that was our focus this week. Even though you might sort of lean towards, okay, do we need to, you know, grind cross-court ground strokes for 2 hours every day to get more prepared on clay? No, actually, it's not all that different from playing on a hard court. And that worked pretty well for us for most of the week anyway. So I think for us this week it's been about kind of being really clear in what we've been practicing, and it hasn't changed that much, whereas in previous years maybe we've tried to change too much. This year we tried to kind of stick to our game, and that worked quite well. Yeah.
Yeah, Henry, can you maybe just explain what didn't work today?
I think definitely our first serve percentage was too low. Talking about those first 4 shots, it's really important to be offensive in those moments, especially on clay, and especially against a pair like Granollers and Zeballos, who, if you give too many second serves to, you know they're going to put aggressive returns into the court, and I think they really punished us for that. So I think that was, I haven't actually looked at the stats yet, but I would imagine that would be the key difference. I think they probably served a much higher percentage than us, first serve percentage than us, and probably won more points on second serve as well, I would guess. That's usually the case in doubles if you lose. So that was, I think the serving was probably the biggest difference between us today. Yeah.
Congratulations on the whole week. What does it mean personally to both of you to be number one? I mean, it's a huge achievement.
It is, yes. I mean, it sucks to lose every time, but yeah, that's the. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to put that into perspective, like which one is more important, Grand Slam final or number one in the world. But of course, the number one shows that we've done so many things right in the last 12 months. We were very close to it last year here. We learned from it, and we've gotten further and further, and now we are number ones in the world. So I think that shows that even if we didn't do it last year, a year ago, we could do it now. And I think that also maybe gives us some hope that we lost today, and maybe maybe in 12 months we can win the final.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's an amazing achievement, and one that we've been trying to achieve for a while. And last year, like Harri said, was really painful for us. It was our first chance. We were going in as the favourites for the match, and did not play a good match at all, and that really hurt us. And it kind of took a lot to get to where we are now. I think the number one spot is probably a mark of consistency throughout the year. And I think it's obviously every tennis player dreams of being number one in the world. And it's nice to share it with Harri.
Just for both of you, can you talk a bit about the sort of emotional regulation that goes on in your partnership? Because one of you is quite high and low, and one of you is maybe a bit more level. How do you manage that on the court? When you're having good moments or bad moments, what are those conversations like in terms of geeing each other up or saying, okay, that's fine, let's keep moving?
I think when things go well, we actually talk very little on the court. It's a nice like kind of like trust that we have with each other, like, almost like a bubble that we're in. And then okay, well, yeah, maybe we remind each other, okay, let's keep the positive energy here and just do it. On a day like this, it's more difficult because you're trying to find the right mindset, to get the right headspace personally, and then as a team, I think we maybe weren't as good as we would hope to be, but we work hard, we try our best, when it happens like it happened today, it just shows how difficult it is to be mentally there every time.
Yeah, well, I think, we've been playing together for a while now, so I would say we're able to kind of be ourselves on court. I wouldn't say there's a lot of kind of thought. Once we're playing, there's not a whole lot of thought about, what I'm going to say to Harri or what Harry's going to say to me. We're both perfectly comfortable, either telling each other to, get going or, okay, chill out a bit or, whatever we need to say, we're able to say it. But like Harri said, it does require quite a big effort. I think the margins are so slim in doubles. The mindset and the style of play, which comes from having the right mindset, is incredibly important. So that's something, we work on, I would say, in practices, every practice that we do, if one of us is a bit, if I'm a bit, sad and, miserable, then, Harri will tell me, stop it. Or if Harry's getting a bit, angry, I'll tell him, for God's sake, Harri, come on. So, yeah, we spend a lot of time with each other and get very used to how the other one's behaving. So that then on court, hopefully it works well, which usually it does.
In terms of the match, I mean, Zeballos was unbelievable today. And even when he mishit it, went in. Did you start feeling it was, one of those days quite early on?
I think, yeah, we knew, well, they're unbelievable players. And, yeah, we've won some matches against them when but we've played very, very well. And they've beaten us and played very, very well. And, yeah, they have incredible skills. They don't really have that many weaknesses. If you look at them as a pair, they're real all-round tennis players, which particularly on clay works well. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes, But today it was so slow, and we broke them quite a lot as well. So it wasn't as if we ever completely lost hope. We try not to do that, especially when someone's trying to serve for a Grand Slam title. You want to make them earn it. But yeah, they played really well. Yeah, they fully deserved it.
Henry, just looking ahead to the grass, obviously you have had a super successful season, so how confident are you that you can do something big on home soil?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to get on the grass. It's been amazing, being here playing on the clay, but I think we're ready for a change. Onto the green stuff.
To continue now, I want it to.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, we're done. After today, that's enough clay for the both of us, I think. We've had more than enough. But yeah, look, it's always exciting playing on home soil. It doesn't happen for me very often, so that's going to be fantastic. It's obviously a surface where we've had good success on before. So yes, I think we're confident that we will be able, we're completely able to do very, very well on the grass. But we'll as ever, we'll have to, work hard for the next week, try and get ourselves as ready as possible, and then take it match by match from there.